Good morning. It is Tuesday, March 19th. Hope everybody had a lovely weekend. Here at Houston, we had a beautiful weekend. Nice and cool weather. I have no idea where that came from, but we'll take it. So on Saturday, I know it took me 5.5 days, but I finally got the 3 Magna cut knives I've been working on glued up. So the Nakiri with its super exotic handle, ready to go. The rocking Santoku, kind of remember it, like I was going for like the whole watermelon sugar. What reminiscent? That's the word I'm looking for. Reminiscent of the watermelon sugar we did 2 Christmases ago when Nico is here. So kind of watermelon sugar-esque. And then I used a scrap of the blue coral from a knife series I did 4 or 5 years ago. I've been holding on to that one for a while. And then another piece of gorgeous box elder burl on the Kiritsuki Gyoto. So I will catch these 2 up to the bigger Magna cut ones and then finish those as kind of a batch. You'll see a little teaser. Yake also got some knives glued up. You'll be seeing more of those later on. So otherwise, that's really it for me for today. I will be working on handles, and handles. Next time, here's Daniel with what he's got going on.
Hey everyone, hope you all had a great weekend. Just to kind of rein you back in and show you what's going on in my world. I've got some of that leather work taken care of. I've got this guy pretty much up to stitching. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything set. I'll probably do stitching later on in the day, towards the end of the day. Just one of those easy things to finish the day on out with. And then I will either get this one shaped and then glued up, and or this one a little bit more cleaned up. Talking with the customer on his custom for the Kydex. I don't know if we're going to go in that route. I've just had a brief chat with him, so we'll see how that goes with him, with it, and then we'll go from there. And then I've got the Gyotos, which I'm thinking I might batch up with this guy to glue up. So if I can get both of those in there in that realm, that should work. The beginning of the day does bring a little bit of admin work for both Russell and I, and it is Tuesday, so industry sharpening does tend to bring in a little bit more kick there. But now we're gonna go ahead and go in our favorite place with our favorite guy, Russell. What's up, bud?
It's good.
What are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about a new order. We just got restocked with some Kaiser stuff. So 2 of them are restocked. So we got restocked of the Task and then of the Assassin. Those were our big sellers from our last batch. And then we got some new stuff too. Not a huge order, but some stuff we wanted to get in for a bit. So we will get all of this stuff in stock today. These 2 will be super easy because it's just changing a number. These will be a little bit more complicated. We've got to find a bunch of numbers and take some photos. So by the end of the day, we will have more Kaisers in stock and ready to go.
Right on. As always, y'all, we appreciate it. Make sure you're interacting with us however you feel fit. We're going to wrap it up here. See you on the next one. Peace.
Good morning. Is Wednesday, March 20th, and yesterday I got the Nakiri all finished up. So I was having everything, like working on everything together. So everything is up to being worked on 80. So all 4 of those guys. I got this one, the Nakiri, up to 80, and it's like, I just had to go with it. So I went with it, and I hope the camera just shows how pleased I am with this. It is absolutely gorgeous. It polished up so lovely. I will be doing a leather saya for it, but correction, Daniel volunteered because he's got a saya that he's gonna be working on next week. So Daniel is gonna do a saya with it, for it, and I'm sure it will be gorgeous, and he'll do some cool little border tooling like we typically do. So really what my day will be getting the other 4 knives all down to hand sanding and hopefully get them at least partially hand sanded. If I can get them hand sanded all today, that'd be beautiful, and because then I'll be able to get them in stock tomorrow. Otherwise, that's really my day. Here is Daniel with what he's got going on.
What's up, y'all? Just to get you caught up with what's going on in my world, I've got sheaths all taken care of. So the Bowie, this one will also be going in stock. I'm actually finishing sharpening it, as well as the redone sheath I had to take care of real quick. Had a customer send in a knife. They basically have this kind of small hunter where if you see that line, they want that kind of ground back to, and then I'll resharpen it, send that back on off. And then we're gonna finish this custom up. Talked with the customer. They are having a Kydex sheath made by another company and or gentleman. I am going to go ahead and put the serrations in on the back as well as sharpen the main edge. So that will be the majority of my day, as well as whatever else comes in. If I can get to the high carbon Gyotos, that will be great. And then also try and glue up some other things. Start that saya along with the Russell's saya for his Nakiri. Kind of get a bunch of that going on. Hopefully somewhere in the week I can get that taken care of. But now we're going to go in our favorite spot with our favorite guy. Russell, what's up, bud?
It's good.
What are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about the restock of our favorite knife, the Task. So if you haven't been following along, this is a knife that Nico designed and we sent it off to Kaiser and they made it into a reality. So this is a Warncliffe or reverse Tonto, however you want to word it. 154 cm steel with micarta handle. It has Kaiser's adjustable clutch lock, reversible deep carry pocket clip, and just an absolutely stunning blade. It works, my fingers don't. Nice cool swedge up here, just a little detail in it. Super pleased to have these back in stock. And so you know, the first production run of this knife has officially sold out. We don't know how many they made in the first production run. We had gotten 43 of them, and then we went to order another 50, and they were like, well, sorry, we only have 15. They will be restocked in May. So if you're looking for one, get one while you can, because there will be probably a lag where no one has one for at least a little while. April or May. So take a look.
Right on, y'all. All right, we'll wrap it up here. See you on the next one. Peace.
Good morning. It's Thursday, March 21st, and I do still have a little hand sanding to do. I won't show you those again because in between hand sanding, I'm going to work on a couple of the different-ish knives I've got in progress. So I made one of these, or actually two of these, quite some time ago. This is a knife that a guy that worked with us for 6 months, Jacob, he designed, and so I thought it'd be cool to do another one, but in magna cut. So I'll do one of those, and then the Gaucho is a knife I've made for a while. It's in the Heritage series that I need to start a whole new batch of those. But then we had a customer ask for a large one, and we really like this. So I planned out a large one, also in magna cut, and I'll work on these two together because both the grind lines are what we will say non-traditional grind lines. They go this way as opposed to going this way, because if we go this way, you basically get an epoxy gap with the grind line when you put the handle on. I don't like that, so I literally grind them freehand on the platen at a different angle. So I will work on those two together while I'm doing hand sanding. My hands just need a break from the constant hand sanding. So I'll work on some grind lines as well, which is cool because my hands in a different function need a break from the grind lines. So they'll pair nicely. So we'll see how much of those 4 knives I can get worked on today. Outside of that, that's my day. Here's Daniel with what he's got going on.
Hey y'all, just to get you caught up with what's going on in my world, I have got these guys kind of getting ready for handles. So I've got most of the material drilled up. As you can see, I have 2 of the materials kind of cleaned up enough to where they fit them fairly well. I'll do that to the other 2, clean up the fronts, get those glued up, and then on to these 2 hidden tangs. Man, good way of twisting up words. Clean this guy up a little bit more, especially that peen job. I want to try and clean that up as best as I can, and then cut and probably shape this down before I go ahead and get it glued up. Also clean up the kind of the clearance here so that way that gap's a little tighter. Those are going to be the main things I take on today, as well as whatever else comes on. I have like some sharpening for a straight razor, a couple other things here and out, but that'll be, you know, covered tomorrow. Hopefully show you some progress on that. Now we're gonna go in our favorite spot with our favorite guy, Russell. What's up, bud?
It's good.
What are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about Kaiser's lineup of the sheepdog. So this comes in a couple different sizes. We have the traditional sheepdog size, this one here. So the original sheepdog came in a frame lock or liner lock. They have upgraded it to where it has their clutch lock, which is like an Axis or Able or Duralock. It's Kaiser's version of that. We also have the mini sheepdog, which this one is a button lock. So these three models are all in 154 cm. These are in their, at least this one's in their Vanguard line. This is, I believe all these are in their Vanguard line, and the big sheepdog, the XL, this is the full Kaiser. So titanium scales. This is S35 VN, and they do a black stone wash finish on it. And they complement it with all this golden hardware. So you don't get a full blacked out, but you get a nice complement. This is a big knife. One of the interesting things about this is the flipper is removable. You see that little nut there and that seam. You could take that off. And one of the reasons why they did that is so you could make it look like the regular sheepdog. Because neither of those have the flipper. So it is much easier to open with that flipper just because it has a pretty strong detent in it. So if you're looking at kind of a Warren Cliffy or mini cleaverish knife, or in some cases not so mini cleaver, the sheepdog is a great knife, just depending on what size you're looking for.
Right on. All right, y'all, we'll wrap it up here and see you on the next one, as usual.
Good morning, it's Friday, March 22nd, and I got some grinding done on the two more unique kitchen knives. I'm only on about 120. They were a little thicker just because of the, I was basically in a rush to get those done before sending them off with the Magna Cut batch. So I did start at 60 grit as opposed to 80, so it took a little bit longer just to thin them down evenly. Excuse me. And so I will grind some more on those, but my main focus today will be my April customs. So these are a set of kitchen knives for a couple here locally. I will get those. I just need to get them straightened and then get them ground. This one has a little bit more work to be done, so I'm going to make this piece of steel look like this piece of paper. So it's still oversized pretty significantly. So I'll make a tracing of that again and really get that one down to shape, get the pin holes and the bridge holes in there and really just even it up. I probably will not get to grind lines today. I've been talking to Steven, and he thinks there's a tool that will help us do hollow grinds specifically on crim. It's easier. So I'm going to get that tool on ordered. I do have all of April to get it done, so it's not a huge rush, but it'll be nice to have a different tool that will more easily do those hollow grinds. So there'll be more coming on that as I get more information on it. Otherwise, that's really my day. Here is Daniel with what he's got going on.
What's up, everyone? Just to kind of get you caught up with what's going on in my world, I've got the Giottos down to preliminary shapes. Going to be going ahead and getting these up to grits if I can. Finish the day with hand sanding, something along that nature. I've also got to do one of the cool things with our new favorite tools, the laser engraver. Engrave our brand and my stamp. One of the things that we're able to save on the stress of thinner steels is not having to stamp them now, so that way there's no kind of work, warpage, hardening, etc. to have to worry about a warpage post heat treat. So we'll go ahead and get these pretty much finished right before edges. As always, we'll do that, and then that will be the last thing we do is put the edge on. A very key thing to have to do when making knives is to put the edge on last. Work on the knife as much as you can without the edge, so that way you don't cut yourself, and then throw that on there last. Little easy tip that if you don't know by now, you should definitely make sure you're taking care of that when you're doing stuff as far as knife making. I've got this guy drilled up, shaped up preliminarily, not all the way down. The customer did have a concern about the reduction of weight, so I might see if he wants to do anything to maybe put something in the bottom of that tang to weigh it down a little bit more. Maybe give it that little bit back weight, so that way it's not full head heavy. But I'll discuss that with him later and go from there. That will be the majority of my day, per usual, as well as whatever else walks in the door. So we are now going to go in our favorite spot with our favorite guy, Russell. What's up, bud?
It's good.
What are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about 3 new Serenity knives that Jake finished up earlier this week. So we have 2 new paring knives. These are both in CPM Magna Cut. and he did pine cone with 2 little liners in there, or there's actually 3 in there. It's a green, white, green, or green, ivory, green, and then he used the green G10 pins as well. Just a great little paring knives, and then his Kiritsuki Gyoto, and he did a laser etch on this one, trying to match the kind of the texture that the pine cone gives, but kind of in a claw fashion. And then he did a muriatic acid wash to make the claws pop a little bit. Also in CPM Magna Cut, and this, like we've said before, this is really his favorite chef's knife to make. He's been making this one for years, and he's had made a couple for himself that he's used over the years in the kitchen. So these are in stock and ready to go.
Right on. All right, y'all, we'll wrap it up here and be with you tomorrow to wrap up the week.
Good morning. It is Saturday, March 23rd, and yesterday I got the custom set. I got it straightened. I got the corners knocked off, so these are prepped and ready to go for grind lines, which hopefully I'll get some time to do today. The custom karambit I got completely down to shape, so it's looking much nicer, much more refined. I will get the pinholes and bridge holes drilled today. And that's really all I'm looking at to do in that one. I did talk to Steven, and I got a new tool ordered to do the hollow grinds on that. And whether I do it or Steven does it, we'll kind of see where we go. I did also get some handle material glued up with liners, a couple bolsters with a couple different liner combinations just for different things. So one of the handles, it will either be for the super hybrid Rocking Santoku or the big El Gaucho. I'll kind of design which one is probably going to be towards the El Gaucho, because it's some locally harvested oak that we had dyed black, and then I used a purple and gray liner on it. So I'll probably put that one on this one, and I'll do something fancier because I did kind of drill this one crazy. So I might do a 2 or 3 part handle for that one, and just go and do something crazy with that. So kind of I'll work on handles today and see where I want to go with both of these knives, and well, you'll see what I choose on Tuesday. Other than that, that's it for me for today, and here's Daniel with what he's got going on.
Hey y'all, just to get you caught up with what's going on in my world, I'm on the hand sanding. So I've got one of the Gyotos, as you see, very nicely kind of taken care of and done. Gonna make sure I get some engraving and then edges on it. I've got 3 more got a hand sand. They are down to shape. Working on this one at the moment, and basically get those possibly in stock today. I had to order some round 1/2-inch stainless stock in order to put some weight in the pommel here. What we're gonna do is, I've already done here, I've drilled out the bottom. I'll either shorten the tang, and I'll discuss this with the customer, or drill into this and extend the handle in order to put some weight in the tang. I'll use that 1/2-inch rod in there to be able to either put those 2 pieces together or put the end cap on the bottom of that. It will be exposed on the bottom. Some people don't mind that, other people do. I'll discuss that with the customer, like I said. And then possibly maybe get into the leather room today. I don't know. It all depends on how things go today. It is Saturday, so we do tend to be busy. It is a beautiful weather day as well, so people are going to be out and about, especially in our area. There's a lot of high foot traffic, so hopefully that is the case today, because we do love when we have a lot of people in the showroom for that reason. And just getting our name out there is always a good thing. But now, we're gonna go in our favorite spot with our favorite guy, Russell. What's up, bud?
It's good.
What are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about 2 new cleaver-ish knives that we got in stock yesterday. So we have a Western style cleaver. Both of these will be in Magna Cut stainless steel, and on this little Western style, I did an AAO with golden hybrid. So gold resin with the maple burl. And then basically like the Hunka Bunka Boku I done over Christmas time, I did this one a little bit thinner than the last one. The other one was quite heavy, and it has antler with Texas spalted pecan. Really feels great in the hand. Yeah, so these are both in stock now and ready to go.
Right on. All right, y'all, you have any questions, as always, reach out to us however you feel fit. We appreciate you liking, subscribing, all of that. We had a small hit yesterday. Appreciate that, however that went about. Make sure if you do want to reach out to us, you're doing that however you feel. Have a great weekend. Seems to be some good weather for us, so enjoy it while it's here because summer's around the corner. Other than that, y'all, we're going to wrap it up. See you next week.